Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. My name is Mal and I'm the owner and maker of Made by Manny and Mal. In today's video, I'm going to show you a really quick and easy tumbler design that you can use for ready to ship or custom orders even. This design is really easy to customize with different colors and decals, of course. So a really great item for you to have on hand for the holidays if anybody needs a last minute gift or anything like that. I'm going to show you this design in two different colorways just so you can maybe get inspired, get some ideas for what you can do with this design. And yeah, I really hope that it is helpful for you. The holidays are coming up, y'all, so it's always good to have some ready to ship tumblers on hand just in case. I'll have a full supply list as always with everything I'm using in this video. So I'll have links, discount codes, all of that down below for you. So be sure to check that out if you want to know where I got anything that I'm going to use in this tutorial. I'll also have links to all of my social media pages, so if you are not following me on Instagram, if you're not in the Facebook group, be sure to check those out so you can join and follow along. And I'll also have a link to sign up for my exclusive mentorship group, Made by Manny and Mal Elite. In that group, I provide a lot of additional content. We have a really wonderful, amazing, supportive group of people in that group. And I'm not just saying that because it's my group. They are really wonderful and so supportive and kind. And I'd love it if you join the Elite fam. So the link to sign up is down below as well. I think that's it. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. As always, let me know what you think down below in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you are not already. Okay, let's go. For both of our tumbler designs today, we're going to use the 20-ounce Modern from Craft Haven. I'm going to start by prepping my tumbler. So I'm taking an 80 grit sanding block and I'm just sanding the surface of my cups until I see some sanding marks. This will help with the longevity of your tumbler and with adhesion with all the products we're going to be using. I'm going to clean my cups with some rubbing alcohol on this really dirty dish towel. You can also wash your cups with dish soap and water if you prefer that way. Either one is totally fine. And once we are prepped and ready, I'm going to base coat my tumbler. So for one of them, I did a metallic gold and black on the bottom, and then for the second one, I did a hot pink and the same black on the bottom. Once the paint was all dry, I went in with the epoxy method for our glitter application. So I'm taking about like 2 milliliters of my Flynn Sisters epoxy and spreading a very thin layer on each of my tumblers. And now I'm going to go in with my glittering process. So for the bottom of both of our cups, we're going to do almost the same black stack of glitters. We're starting with Johnny from Peachy Olive Glitters. This is a chunky cut. It's a mix, so it's got some fine cuts in there too, but we're going to start with this, and I'm going to cover the entire like bottom inch-ish of the tumbler, and then I'm going to start to very lightly fade that black color up into the colored section on the top of our tumbler. And then for our gold cup, of course, I'm using Athena, my absolute favorite gold of all time. It's the best. And I'm going to go pretty heavy with my coverage here. I'm going to go really heavy on the top, like 2.5 inches, and then fade that gold down into our black. The gold really is the main star of this tumbler, so I want that to be about 75% of the glitter, and then have the black just kind of come up from the bottom just a little bit. So once that chunky was on, I went in with Batman for the fine cut black, and now I'm going in with Goddess, which is our fine cut of Athena. And you can see I'm really just going full coverage. I want that glitter to go down into the black because that's going to help it sparkle under epoxy. Sometimes black glitters just lose everything once they get under epoxy, so if you add a metallic glitter in there, it will help it remain sparkly. So now for my extra fine black, I'm actually going to go in with Gentleman, and this is a black with a lot of like silver in it, so it's really sparkly, so it will stay sparkly under epoxy. Now for our pink and black tumbler, we're going in, of course, with Barbie, which is our chunky pink, and I'm going to do the same thing I did with Athena. I'm really just going full coverage here right from the beginning. I want that pink to go into our black so that we get a lot of that sparkle. And then once again for our fine cut black, I'm using Batman. I'm going to do the same thing, just cover like the bottom 1.5 inches of our tumbler really, really heavy. And then I'll fade that black up into the pink to create a really nice blend. And then for our fine cut pink, we're using Love You Bye. And again, I'm doing the same thing, just going really, really full coverage, letting that pink go down into our black section. I'm not going to do the Gentleman extra fine on there. I just wanted to leave it with the plain black, but you can see the colors and the shift that are in Barbie go down into that black and create a really cool, different kind of effect. So I let my epoxy and glitter layer dry for about 4 to 6 hours, and I did not seal the glitter, so I'm just going straight in with my epoxy here. I'm using my Flynn Sisters Artist Cure epoxy, and on each of my tumblers I used about 25 to 30 milliliters, and I should have started at the top with the lighter colors, but I started with the black down below, and then I changed my glove really quick and then finished the epoxy at the top. So I would recommend doing your lightest color first and then working down into your dark color. I did it backwards. So I added another coat on top of that. I let the first coat dry for about 6 to 8 hours, then added a second coat and did a full round of sanding. So now my cup is totally smooth and ready for our leopard print decals. I cut this first leopard print out of just regular black Oracal 651 vinyl. My fuzzy leopard pattern is from Bear Trends on Etsy. I will link that down below in the description box. It's my favorite leopard print. It's like the only one I use. So I'm just going to place these by hand in little clusters, as you can see. My goal here is to fill up the entire tumbler with leopard print. Now for our pink and black tumbler, I wanted to do a little bit of a different look. I went back and forth on what color leopard print I wanted to do, and then I thought I'm just gonna go for it and use this really pretty like peachy yellow pink color. This is from Tech Wrap Craft. So I cut the leopard print out, and once I got it on the cup, I really liked it. It definitely is a different look. It's not what your mind would immediately go to, but I think it ended up working out in the end. Again, you can do any color combination you want with this design. Super easy to customize, and once you get into the groove of placing all these leopard spots down, it goes by pretty fast. So I applied my leopard print, sealed my decals with a coat of polycrylic, and then I added another coat of epoxy on top of my leopard print. That coat was about 20 milliliters, and then I went through and just sanded down my top rims, cleaned the insides of my cups a little bit. I do this twice in my tumbler process. I clean them before I do my final coat of epoxy, and then again once the final coat is done if there's anything I missed. So once those are clean, I'm going to go in and add my decals. Both of the decals we're using today are available on my website. I will have both of them linked down below in the description box. So for this black and gold one, I wanted to do something really simple and just kind of inspiring. So I did Uplift and Empower. This is a hand lettered decal. And I created a really, really thin offset, and I just cut that out of the same black Oracal 651 vinyl. This offset is totally not necessary. You really can't see it unless you're looking up close, but I wanted to add it just so that gold vinyl that we're going to put on top would pop and have a nice solid background to lay on. Then for the pink and black tumbler, we're going to put a quote on here that says "Fueled by Coffee and Anxiety," which is extremely accurate, at least for me. Especially lately, the anxiety, y'all, has been like at a level 10. So I just thought this decal would be totally fitting. So we are going to put a black offset down for this one as well. And this was really, really difficult to put on this curved tumbler. So I wanted to keep this entire process in here. This is sped up ×2. It took me a really long time to get this to lay down flat, but really just take your time, be patient. If you need to like cut your transfer tape up or cut this into pieces and lay it down individually, do whatever you need to do. On the curved tumblers, it's a little hard to lay these big decals down. For the top layer of our pink tumbler, I'm just using regular soft pink Oracal 651 vinyl, and you guys already know I'm going to cut this into little pieces and apply them to the offset word by word. It just helps me get everything lined up in the best way possible. Then we're going to move on to the gold tumbler, and we're going to put the top decal on there, and for that one I use the champagne gold textured metallic vinyl from Tech Rab Craft. You guys know that's like my holy grail vinyl. Once I had my decals applied, I did seal them with a coat of polycrylic so we didn't get any bubbles or lifting, and then I added my final 2 coats of epoxy, and once those are cured, we are all done. So here are the 2 final tumbler designs. I really love how both of them turned out, and I hope that you guys did as well. If you have any questions, please be sure to leave them down below in the comments section and I will answer you. And I hope that this helps you in making some really fun, easy to make, ready to ship cups for the holiday season. It's always good to have those on hand just in case, so I hope this inspires you and that you liked the video. Thanks so much for watching as always, and I will see you in my next one. Okay, love you. Bye.